And welcome back. Let's have a look at our first easy target in December. And it's one of the planets. We're going to have a look at, or I should say, it's easy to find the planet Saturn. It will be right there throughout December, rising in the early evening. Should be a nice, easy one for us all to find. I've been looking at it during the October months, and I've only been able to see one or two moons. Now, the seeing has been fairly bad, but hopefully now rainy season has ended and all the viewing should be much, much better. So look out for the rest of the moons. On to our second easy target, and it will be appearing fairly later on in the evening. Have a look after midnight when it's nice and high, and it is, of course, Jupiter. Now, you should be able to see its four moons, unless one of them's round the back. I haven't actually researched that, but you'll definitely see three of the moons. If you're like me, take out your sketchbook, make a note of where the moons are. On another night, do another sketch, and just compare where the moons are, and then basically you can see the motion of the moons around the planet of Jupiter. I always think this one is quite stunning, and I've been out a few early mornings, 4 o'clock onwards, to try and grab a view at it, and I've succeeded a handful of times, obviously because of the weather here. When I've managed to see the weather bands, full moons. I've got various sketches. I would include them in this video, but I don't need you laughing at me. But Jupiter is our next easy target. Oh, sorry for the cursor on the screen. Okay, let's go across to Canis Major. And we're going to have a look at the open clusters in and around this constellation. So if we find the star Sirius, we can find our first target, M41, which is an open cluster. Messier M41. Nice and easy, just to start us off. From there, we head down to the yellow supergiant Wesen. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Oh, I don't need to point the device, thank you. And we've got NGC 2354. You can get a look at both of those quite easily, quite quickly. Now, there's also M47. I've just got to think where I can find that without typing it in. I think that's it there, yes. And these are quite easy to find. If you're having trouble star hopping, I'm going to suggest using Astro Hopper. Set it on Sirius, and then from there you'll be able to pick out these three easy targets, and Astro Hopper will direct you there. Let's have a look at our last targets. Well, not really last. We've got another 6 to go, but there's 3 just across the way from Sirius in Monoceros. I quite like the name of this constellation. It's lovely. It's supposed to be a horse, but I better research the name really and find out why it's called Monoceros. But we have 3 targets we can look at in a row here. There's NGC 2232, and this is another open cluster. I've chosen open clusters basically because they should be the brightest targets in and around our skies, especially being Bortle 9 to Bortle 7, living in the big city like us guys here. So another open cluster, NGC 2232, just inside Monoceros. And then just a little bit east of that, we have NGC 2238. And then just in between Monoceros and Pollux and Gemini, I should say, not Pollux and Castor because they're the heads, but in the constellation of Gemini is the Cone Nebula. We don't want to see that just yet, thank you. Yes, is the Cone Nebula, or as it says here, the Christmas Tree Cluster. Another 3 easy targets, quite close to the targets of Canis Major. Personally, I haven't had a look at these yet, so I am going to, look forward to actually finding these ones. Of course, it goes without saying, Orion will be nice and high, near enough at zenith. So just because we looked at it last month doesn't mean you can't look at it this month. It's always a spectacular view, especially with clear skies. And we are all crossing our fingers, toes, knees, legs, whatever we've got to cross. And hopefully there is no more rain and we can actually see a clear sky. But I have one more target for you. It's called NGC 1788, and it's around the Orion constellation, not far from Rigel. But I just thought it sounded really funny because it's called the Cosmic Bat. So it is just here. A reflection nebula. It's got a magnitude of 5.70. For some of us, that might be out of our reach, especially in the city limits. But those of us who can get out to darker skies might be able to see it with smaller scopes down to 80 mils. So those are my easy targets for December. If you've had a look, please let me know. If this advice has helped you, please press the subscribe button and press like. It will really help a really tiny channel like mine progress further. Thank you. See you on the rebound.